Guys, here you are. We're at the finals of the ZOTAC European Cup, also known as the Church of StarCraft, here on BaseTradeTV. Both of these players are battling it out. €100 winner take all on the line. And Doom, take us away.
I'll take it and I'll run with it, Rifkin. In the upper right-hand corner of the map. He's in the cherry red trunks, pretty much dominated 2-0, 2-0 to get here to the finals. He is from the team Acer, none other than DreamHack champion, Nerchio.
And his opponent, also playing Zerg, also muscling through the brackets today. We got to see both of these guys, but this guy most recently, it's FXO.Minato, aka Navi.Minato. And Doom, I can't tell, like, I have not seen Minato's ZVZ in quite some time. I hope it's like the best of the best though if he wants to be able to take on Nerchio.
I hope he's been practicing against those awesome Zergs that he has to practice against on Navi. And if you guys are not familiar with him, you can go to his Twitter, twitter.com/Navi.Minato. You can follow him there. I believe Nerchio's Acer.Nerchio, but you can just Google him and check it out if you want to as well.
Yeah, Nerchio's Twitter is exactly the same as his name.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, support these players. Let them know how you're enjoying these games as they progress throughout the series. This is a best of 5, of course, so a lot of action potentially going to be happening here for us. But, you know, it's going to all be dictated by this first initial game, Rifkin. This is where we set the tone for the rest of the series.
Yeah, the first game really, in a ZVZ above all other matches, it really kind of shows, I guess, the ruthlessness of one player. Because not very rarely is it like, oh, I just barely won that game, good sir. Congratulations, tip of the hat to you. No, it's like one player just completely dominates the other. That's just the nature of Zerg versus Zerg. And as you snowball up from little victories, you quickly overtake your opponent. Just, well, as Zerg do, we learned here, Heart of the Swarm, just devour your opponent.
Yep. Devour, indeed. Good way to put it.
Essence.
All right.
I know you didn't play the. I know you didn't play the Wings of Liberty campaign. Did you play the Heart of the Storm one?
No.
Oh damn it, Doom.
I don't play campaigns, Rifkin. I play multiplayer.
You know what? Forget the campaign for a second. I think you would really like Daka. He's like one of the characters in the single player. If you're not gonna play it, you should at least check out his lines from YouTube because they are pretty good. He's like, he's just
only if you link it to me.
I don't want to do all the work.
I don't know how to spell DACA, number one, so...
Okay, fair enough, because it's got like a silent H in there somewhere hidden.
Yeah, see? Would have never guessed it. Ever.
But guys, for those who have played the Heart of the Storm campaign, if I had to describe this, this is kind of like Minato, the new Zerg without Kerrigan, versus Nerchio, who is, in my eyes, like the primal Zerg. The original Zerg and the most vicious Zerg in existence.
Definitely the Zerg with the best vision on the field right now. Look at his Overlord spread, prepared to see any type of potential early, run bys. He's actually sending in a couple of lings across the map too. So, actually, yes. Okay, that was Nerchio who's doing that. Both players are going for ling speed here. They both got to it in slightly different ways, but pretty much ending up in the same situation. But yeah, I heard you say, ooh, Rifkin.
Yeah, Evolution Chamber, Minato gonna go for that Carapace upgrade with some speedlings. This could be deadly. Now, for those who don't know, obviously in Zerg vs Zerg fights, any amount of upgrades will give you an advantage, but specifically and most importantly, the Carapace allows Zerglings to actually survive a Baneling hit with 1 health. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but it's more than enough to tip the battle in your favor.
He must know that Nerchio goes for some type of Baneling openers at the first games of the series, because I've definitely seen Nerchio do this before. And, I mean, if you get that Carapace up in time, sure, it's going to be great, but it's going to be later than the Baneling Nest, and Nerchio hasn't actually used his larva to build that many lings just yet, but still, both players still content to make drones as long as they can get away with it. Minato even going up to 6 drones at this point right now. In production, at least.
That is kind of Zerg for Zerg in a nutshell, though. Like, try and get away with as many drones as you can without dying.
Yeah, that was Nerchio who was doing that too, so he's even pushing the limits farther and farther. Wow, it was double Evolution Chamber here from Minato. That's cool.
Well, Nerchio, as well with the double Evolution Chambers, matching him a little bit later. His tech will be slightly behind. We'll have to see if it matters, because it's very difficult to capitalize on those small windows. Like, Nerchio will be behind by almost a minute when it comes to tech, so that's a small window where Minato, if he attacks with even numbers, will win fights. But he's built his third, and I believe he knows Nerchio. He should at least know Nerchio has an Overlord there.
Yeah, the Hatch doesn't scout it out himself, but, I mean, he has his Overlord placed in that position too, so he should assume. Safe to assume, at least. And he will see Nerchio's drone moving down to take his own third base, so We're going to be moving up pretty quickly here, but I know what happens in ZVZ when you build these third bases out exposed in the open. Lots of Lings like to run across the field and try to force cancels, and judging by what Minato's going for right now, yeah.
One
Look
small
how many
mistake.
moves out.
I mean, I would have loved for Minato to have sent his queen up from the natural and push off this Overlord so he didn't see this coming initially. Even just buying himself those extra 4 seconds can be critical, because now Nerchio, yeah, immediately responding with a ton of Spine Crawlers, immediately morphing in a ton of Banelings.
Oh, and 2 Banelings crashed in front of a huge pack of Lings, but they didn't explode. And now one of the Banelings may fall. Both Banelings may fall without really doing that much damage.
Yeah,
Oh,
Minato
forced to cancel the third base as well, too, so it's looking good.
Alright, well, some decent Baneling connects. A great Baneling connect, but is it enough? There's so many more Zerglings behind this.
I mean, he doesn't even have the upgrades done yet, but I think Nerchio just may not have enough here looking at the unit count, so it is 27 Lings to the 13 here. One Baneling
Minato's
just
got
trying
that
to introduce in the
plus
middle of all
one.
this.
That +1 armor is kicking in.
Here we go.
Spine Crawler's about to go down here, Doom.
It's gonna be a little bit more than that, Ripken. If Nerchio can't defend this, then he's simply going to die. And ooh,
Does barely get a Spine Crawler, but you know what? He didn't really get the queens. And I feel if he had gotten the queens, that would have been much more devastating. Getting the Spine Crawlers, yeah, it's a good win, and he definitely took a vicious fight there. But I mean, as we see, Nerchio just plopping down 2 more. Banelings reinforces.
Banelings don't get the biggest hits in the world here, and oh, a lot of potential. This is balanced on a knife's edge here now. Like Minato has his third base up, but he needs.
Oh,
to
he
get
dodges
a lot of
past the
damage
Banelings.
and waste them in the same time.
Oh,
too,
if he should have taken that fight at the top of the ramp. He could have held those Lings there with the upgrade advantage in his favor. Would have definitely had a nice fight there. Actually, both players on 1-1 now, so take that back.
It's gone, and now Nerchio is the one with more Lings on the field, 35-10. The Baneling Nest is not anywhere in production for Minato, so he cannot potentially, defend this as well as he would have liked to. But
Opting for a
Nerchio's
Roach
saying
Warren
close
instead.
enough. Close enough, but no cigar. I feel like Minato may be too hard pressed to really come back and dominate from here on.
If this Roach Warren can get up, and that's a big if, he can get that Roach Warren up and get Roaches on the field, he'll still be in this, but you're right, Doom. Nerchio has the superior link count. He's going to have Banelings on top of this. Only 1 spine, not enough queens.
A desperation counterattack here from Minato to go back into the main area here, but Banelings are about to complete and morph, and if he gets a huge shot off him, that will end the game.
Oh, the drones are going to actually be ignored as he goes into the main. Well played. I want to see these guys connect. Come on, Banelings. Yeah.